So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be going through some of the tactics for the Premier League. So this is what I've used for my Master League. All credit to Clashman for putting these together. So I'm going to go through them. I mean, I'm not going to be super in-depth. You guys can pause the video whenever you wish to take a look at them and put them in the games yourself. And obviously the option files come out on PES Universe. We're going to hopefully incorporate these. But we're going to start off with Arsenal. They're all fluid formation, so remember that. Obviously the team you choose is up to you. But yeah, this is what we're starting with at kickoff. It's a 4-2-3-1. When in possession, it's basically a 2-3-2-3. You can see Coquelin and Santi Cazorla dropping off a little bit deeper. I mean, it really depends, like I said, who you play in there. But Arsenal do generally get Bellerin forward. They do get Monreal forward as well. And then when they're out of possession, it's back to sort of a 4-2-3-1. So that is the formations. If we have a look at the attacking instructions, they play possession game, short pass, centre, maintain formation, and a 3-bar support. So that is that. Defensive side of things, they play frontline pressure, down the middle, conservative, 7-bar on the old defensive line, and 7 for compactness. They do play, you know, quite compact as they are Arsenal. And the advanced instructions, we've left that off. I mean, you could generally say, well, don't they play tiki-taka? Yeah, they do, but hey, we've left them off, so it's up to you. So that is Arsenal out of the way. Like I said, go and pause the video if you guys want to start whipping these and putting them in yourself. Next up is Bournemouth. So at kickoff, they play a 4-2-3-1 formation with defensive mid and a centre mid. Then there were 2-3-3-3. Sorry, that's wrong. A 2-2-3-3 when they are in possession. So, you know, at the back, really pushing in the middle. I mean, look, this is what's going to happen. You really want that AI pushing forward, otherwise it's pointless. So that's why I've got them, you know, attacking a lot. And then when out of possession, a 4-2-3-1 is what they'll be playing, which is exactly the same as at kickoff. Attacking instructions: possession, short pass, wide, flexible. We have a 4-bar for support range. Defensive, they're playing frontline pressure, wide, aggressive, 7-bar defensive line, and a 5-bar on the old compactness. And advanced instructions, we will leave that to off. Moving on to Burnley this time around. So at kickoff, they're playing a 4-2-2-2. There it is. Magic, or a 4-4-2, which is pretty much what it is. And they're playing a 4-2-2. I mean, they're basically the same. And they drop a little bit deeper. Bournemouth don't really do too much. To be honest, you know, they're a very defensive team anyway. Attacking instructions is counter-attack, short pass, wide, maintain formation with 8-bar at their support range. Defensively, their frontline pressure, middle, conservative, 6-bar, and then 7-bar for compactness. And as you would expect, no advanced instructions. I mean, advanced instructions can be good, they can be bad. I mean, sometimes if you put it on too much of the AI, they get a little bit silly. For the old Chelsea, playing a 4-3-2-1 to start with at kickoff. Then a 4-2-1-3, really pushing Willian and Hazard. I mean, that's what you need to do if you want Chelsea to start attacking. Hazard's always up there with Willian. And then back to a 4-3-2-1 when they are out of possession. Attacking instructions: counter-attack, short pass, wide, maintain that formation with a 6-bar for support range. Defensively, frontline pressure, middle, conservative, 7-bar defensive line, and a 6-bar for compactness. And once again, advanced instructions is off. I think there are a couple of teams that we've given some advanced instructions to. Next up, we have Crystal Palace. They're playing a 4-2-1-3 at kickoff. Yep, very attacking, very attacking. Then they're playing a 4-2-1-3 again, more like a 4-3-3 when in possession. Put Townsend forward, Zaha, then Teke, and then to a 4-3-2-1 when they are defending and out of possession. Attacking instructions: counter-attack, long pass, wide, maintain formation, and we have a 5-bar for the support range. Defensively, frontline pressure, wide, conservative. We have a 5-bar for a defensive line and a 4-bar for compactness. And advanced instructions, yes, we've given them hug the touchline, as they do like to play it wide, get that ball into Benteke and try and score some goals. Next up is Everton with the old new manager. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 when it comes to kickoff, as you would expect, pushing really quite high up with a 2-2-3-3 when in possession. The fullbacks just like to push forward, basically, with Morales and Balassi on the wings. And then when out of possession at 4-2-3-1, dropping off a little bit deeper. Attacking instructions, a possession game, short pass, wide, flexible, and 6-bar for support range. Defensively, frontline pressure, middle, aggressive, 7-bar for defensive line, and 6-bar when it comes to compactness. And the advanced instructions, we have given them a bit of wing rotation. So yeah, I mean, I would recommend going here and doing these for you guys if you get a chance. It really does help. I mean, the game, otherwise, it doesn't do it justice, to be honest, with the way that AI play. Hull City, 4-3-3 at kickoff. Tom Huddleston in the middle. Then there are 4-3-3. Just, you can see a little bit higher there between the two. So that's when they are in possession. And then dropping back a little bit more with a 4-3-2-1 when they are out of possession. A lot of players behind the ball, difficult to break down. Advanced instructions, a counter-attack, long pass, centre, maintain formation. We have 6-bar there for the old support range. Defensively, frontline pressure, middle, aggressive, 6-bar defensive line, 7-bar compactness. And advanced instructions is none. So moving on, getting to some of the bigger teams now. The current champions of Leicester City, who we've got for a 4-2-2-2 at kickoff. Then a 4-2-2-2 there on when they're on possession. I mean, you can put Vardy probably a little bit closer to each other, to be honest, if you wish. And then when out of possession, they all drop a little bit deeper. So Leicester, not really too much change formation-wise. Attacking, counter-attack, long pass, wide, maintain formation, and a 6-bar for support range. Defensively, frontline pressure, middle, conservative, 4-bar support for the defensive line, and compactness all the way up, playing very compact. That's how they like to do it, Leicester. Advanced instructions, we have centering targets, attacking fullbacks, and swarm the box. Next up we have Liverpool, so they're playing a 4-3-3 right out the box, right out the gate, with Firmino and Mane on the wings. And they're playing a 4-2-1-3, you know, getting a little bit more narrow when they get the ball and are in possession. Milner and Klein pushing out wide, and then back to a 4-3-3, a little bit more defensive when they do lose possession. Possession game, short pass, centre, flexible, with a 5-bar for support range. Defensively, frontline pressure, middle, aggressive. We do use aggressive a lot and frontline pressure because you have to, really, if you want the AI to do something. Defensive line, 7-bar, and compactness is the same. And advanced instructions, we have attacking fullbacks, and of course the gegenpress, famous to what Klopp loves to do. And next up, Pep Guardiola at Man City, a 4-2-1-3 at kickoff. Man City have been very impressive so far this year. Then a 2-2-3-3 when they're in possession. So, you know, Kolarov gets forward, Sanya gets up there as well. I mean, they literally flood players forward. They will take a gamble, and Fernandinho also drops back a little bit deeper, and then back to a 4-3-3 when they are out of possession. For the attacking instructions, possession game, short pass, centre, flexible, with the support range pretty low on 2. Defensively, they play frontline pressure, wide, aggressive, 9 for the defensive line. They do like to play it high up, and compactness on the old 5. And finally, advanced instructions, we have tick-attacker, because that's how Guardiola likes to play now, and the gegenpress, they do like to push forward. So for Man United, they're playing a 4-2-3-1 at kickoff, then a 2-1-4-3 when they have the ball. I mean, we've really got to at least push them forward, give them a little bit of a challenge when you're playing up against them, and then a 4-2-3-1 back when they are out of possession. Attacking instructions, a possession game, short pass, centre, maintain formation, and a 7-bar on the support range. Defensively, frontline pressure, middle, bit of conservative defending. a 7 bar for defensive line, and a 5 for compactness. Advanced instructions, no, they don't have any. Next up, newly promoted Middlesbrough with a 4-2-3-1 at kickoff. Make sure you obviously pay attention to where players are playing and what roles they have. A 4-2-1-3 when in possession, pushing them up forward near Negredo, and then a 4-2-3-1 when they are out of possession. Attacking instructions, possession game, short pass, wide, maintain formation, and a 5 bar on the old support range. Defensively, frontline pressure, wide, aggressive, 5 bar for defensive line, 4 for compactness, and we have no instructions there. Southampton with a 4-3-3, pretty attacking straight off the bat when they have the ball. They're going to play a 2-3-2-3. I mean, we are do a lot of that. We do a lot of those formations, but look, we've got to get those fullbacks forward, otherwise they're not going to move, and that's the whole point of it. And then when out of possession, a 4-3-2-1, so a little bit more defensive, harder to break down. Attacking instructions, possession game, short pass, wide, flexible, with 7 bar for support range. Defensively, they've got frontline pressure, wide, conservative, 7 bar defensive line, and a 5 for compactness. And advanced instructions, once again, none. So, good old Stoke City, a 4-2-3-1 when they are at kickoff. Then a 4-2-4, getting a lot of players forward there when in possession. And then back to a 4-2-3-1 when they are defending. Attacking instructions, counter-attack, short pass, wide, flexible. And then we have a 6 for support range. Defensively, frontline pressure, middle, aggressive, 7 bar for defensive line, and 8 for compactness. And any advanced instructions? No, we don't. When it comes to Sunderland, a 4-2-3-1 at the old kickoff. Jermaine Defoe, the low man up top. Then they switched to a 4-2-1-3 in possession, pushing some players forward, and then down to a 4-2-3-1 again when they are out of possession. Attacking instructions, counter-attack, short pass, wide, maintain formation, and we have 8 bar for support range. Defensively, frontline pressure, middle, conservative, 6 bar for defensive line, and a 6 for compactness as well, and no advanced instructions. So Swansea City, 4-3-3. Looking for the big man of Llorente up top. This is the same formation I played against in Master League, and they played pretty well. A 4-2-1-3 when in possession, and then a 4-3-2-1 when they are out of possession. Advanced instructions, or attacking, counter-attack, short pass, center, maintain formation. We have a 7 bar for support range. Defensively, they're playing frontline pressure, middle, conservative, 5 bar for the defensive line, and a 3 for compactness. And advanced instructions, playing the old counter target, and that is going to be for the big man of Llorente. Then we have Tottenham Hotspur, a 4-2-3-1 at kickoff. Dele Alli just behind Harry Kane, and a 2-2-3-3 when they get the ball. So, you know, Davis pushing forward, Walker pushing forward as well, really trying to flood some players up there. Then out of possession, a 4-2-3-1 once again. When it comes to attacking, they're playing possession game, short pass, center, flexible, with a 4 bar for support range. Defensively, frontline pressure, wide, aggressive, 8 bar for defensive line, and a 6 for compactness. In advanced instructions, they are playing the Gegenpress. So the final couple of teams, Watford, a 5-3-2 at kickoff, but then they do switch to a 3-3-2-2 with the fullbacks really pushing up forward. And then once again a 5-3-2 when they lose possession. Pretty difficult to break down Watford. I believe I played them in, the first game and drew 0-0. It were not easy to get through, I'll tell you that much. Attacking instructions, counter-attack, long pass, wide, maintain formation, and a 5 for support range. Defensively, frontline pressure, wide, conservative, 6 bar for defensive line, and a 4 bar for compactness. And advanced instructions, they're playing wing rotation. West Bromwich Albion, they're playing a 4-2-3-1 at kickoff. A lot of teams like to play that. And they're playing a 4-2-1-3 when they have the ball, getting Chadley and Phillips forward. And then a 4-2-3-1 defensively when they don't have the ball. Attacking instructions, counter-attack, long pass, wide, maintain formation, and 6-bar for support range. Defensively, frontline pressure, wide, conservative, 4-bar support for a defensive line, and a 4 for compactness. And advanced instructions, centering targets, looking for the big man up top, and then deep defensive line. And finally, we have West Ham United playing a 4-2-3-1 as well, with the old Zaza up top. A 4-2-1-3 when they do have the ball. Payet on the left, Antonio on the right, Lanzini just behind, and then back to 4-2-3-1 when they do lose possession. Attacking instructions, counter-attack, short pass, wide, flexible, and an 8-bar on the old support range. Defensively, frontline pressure, middle, aggressive, 7-bar for defensive line, and 7 for compactness. Defensively, a frontline pressure, middle, aggressive, 7-bar support for the defensive line, and a 7 for compactness. And finally, advanced instructions, they're playing attacking fullbacks and centering targets. So there we have it, guys. That is all the tactics for the Premier League teams. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helped. Play them. Let me know what you guys think. We'll be back with more content shortly. But until next time, take care.